So now this is a collar stay. To use a collar stay. So now, but the first thing you have to do is to calculate for the neck. So the neck is what the neck we are using for this shirt is a 15.5. So you have to divide 15.5 into 2, so giving us a 7.7. So this for one part of a collar. So you know you are getting a collar into 2. So the second one now, this 7.7 now, you have to add 1 inch to it, so giving us 8.7. So this is 1, why this is a 2. This is a under collar, why this is a standing collar. Yeah, so this is a standing collar. The first one is a under collar, while the second one is a standing collar. So but we have to cut the first one first. So this you have to cut 8.7 first. So now we have to fold the collar stay now into 2. So use office pin to hold it. Let me first measure it. So it's not up to 8.7. So you have to put 8.7. So now it's up to 8.7. So use office pin to hold it. Use office pin to hold here as well. So now you have to measure 8.7. So this is 8.7. So just chalk, roll it. 8.7, 8.7. Then roll it straight. Roll it straight. So now here now is 8.7. You have to divide it into 2, giving us 8.25. So now just divide it into 2, then measure here upward. This is 0.7 now, not up to 1 inch. Hope you can see that 0.7. Then you have to slant it upward a bit. So you have to slant it upward a bit. So this is the height of the under collar now. So I'm using a 1.2 here. So measure 1.2. At this point also measure 1.2. So but here you are not to measure 1.2. You have to measure 1 inch at the edge here, so that this place will not be too big, so that it will not be disturbing the throat. So you have to roll it. So this here now you have to bend here. You have to bend here like this. You can see that. So that is that on that. So now the next thing to do now is to cut the second one, which is a 7.7. So now measure 7.7 here. 7.7. This is a 7.7. At the up as well, measure 7.7. Then roll it straight. Roll it straight. You can see we are getting a collar already. So now measure ½ inch upward here, or 0.2. Measure 0.2. Then let it meet at this extreme. 0.2, and let it meet at this edge. So now this will determine the height of a collar. Anyhow you want your collar to be. So this will determine the height. So here now I'm using a 2. While this place I'm using a 2.2. So I don't want it to be too high. So measure 2 here. So now you can as well use this to shape the collar. So you can as well use this to shape the collar. If you can't use a free hand to shape it, you can as well use if you can't use a free hand to shape it, you can as well use the long ruler. You can as well use the long ruler. So now this is how to use the ruler. So that is all. Now the next thing to do now, there are 2 types of a collar you can do. You can slant it outside if you want, or you bend it inward. But this is the most trending collar for now. So you slant it inward with a ½ inch slant it inward with 1/2 inch, so, or you slant it outside, but inside is the most preferable. So now you have to cut this collar stay out. So this is the first thing to do. That is that. So now I'm going to show you the template that I normally use. After I've cut it out like this, then I have a template that I normally use. Instead of measuring it all the time like this, I have a template that I normally use. So I've cut each shirt size into different templates. So this one is 17. This one is a 17. This is the under collar, while this is the standing collar itself. So you don't, if you can cut the templates like this, when next you have to cut a collar, you don't need to be calculating for it again. Just place the template on the collar stick, then you cut it out. So now let's proceed to gumming. These pieces, we are trying to join each one together so that the pieces will be minimal, so that you won't lose any pieces. So this is the under collar now. This is the under collar now. So this is the edge we fold. So you have to sew it like not up to up. So make sure your hand is very straight. Make sure your hand is very straight. So now the next thing to do now is the upper part. So don't forget, this is downside, not this thing. This is the downside. So don't forget the side you use for the down and the side you use for the up, so that you won't mix it up. And this for under collar. So the same thing here, so don't make the stitches to be too close to the collar stitch. Leave a very tiny space between the collar stitch and your stitches. Let there be, you can see the space, very tiny space, so that when you turn it, you won't have any issue ironing the collar again. So just cut it straight like this. So now just turn it. So there's a way to turn this place, which you don't need to be using the scissors to pull it like this, but I've forgotten to do that. So maybe in another video can be showing you that. So now after you have bent it like this, you can see it. So there's no need for me to be ironing it again once it has laid by itself. So the stitches will not be showing outside. So this is the edge now. You can see that it's very neat. So the stitches here is not showing outside. So there's no need for me to be doing the ironing again. So there's one thing which I was talking about when we were doing the pressing of the stitch. So this is a collarbone. Call this a collarbone. If you look at a ready-made shirt, you see this thing inside this. This is to avoid the collar being folded at the later on. After they have washed the collar, the shirt like 3 to 4 times. Now you can see this place will just fold like this and it will not stand there again. So they call it the collarbone. So you can get the collarbone as well. So you just insert it into the collar like this. Once you insert it, even if they wash sheet, anytime they wash it, the thing will still come back to the normal shape. You can see as I'm bending it, it's coming back to normal shape. But look at this one now. You can see that it's not standing. So to avoid that, if you want to sew a perfect shirt, so make sure you get a collarbone and insert it to the shirt collar like this. So you have to stitch here. So please be careful when you are sewing this place. Be careful when you are stitching here. Make sure your hand is very straight and your stitches, make sure your stitches rhyme. So this footer now should be your guide. So once you are sewing it, be looking at your footer, the space here now. Make sure you maintain the space you have there. So be looking at your footer. So and be very patient. Don't rush too much. So when you're about to get to the last extreme here again, so insert the second one to the other side too. So that is that. So the next thing to do now is to stitch the extreme, the edge of the collar. So you just use your hand to get the gaiter, then follow the gaiter straight down. And just trim it straight. So now fold it on it again, then notch it. So here as well. So this is the other one. So now you shape this place. You make it wider than ½ inch. So now after you have done that, so the other material now, so So just place this one on it. Place this one on it. So place it at the middle. Then you notch the center of this one. Notch this center as well. So notch the center as well. So place the two center, the two notching to meet. So you have to first sew here. So the same thing applicable to this place also. So don't make your stitches to be too closer to the collar stitch. The collar stitch. If you finish sewing these shirts, there won't be able to distinguish between your shirt and the ready-made shirts. Because you have taken the cognizance of all what it entails to make a ready-made shirt. Just trim it. So now wow, you can see it, you can see the results. So you can see the results. So now you have to trim this edge off. So now place it again like this. And notch the center, then notch the center. So that is that. Sew it from the front. So you take the collar, you have to sew it from the front. So you place the back of the collar like this. So you set it. So you set it and hold it from here. So this edge now, make sure that this edge it's round. Okay. Place it on the machine. So the same thing we did on the this thing on the cuff, we should replicate it here again. So that is it. That is how to couple the shirts. That is all. So please, if you enjoyed this video, let me hit the subscribe button and let me hit the like button as well. Please let me like the video. You can see it. So that is it. It's very easy and simple. Once you follow the procedure, you will achieve the best results from the shirts. So that is it. I think you can see the color now. You can see it. So once I iron it, all this place will relax to lay very well. So please, that is it. All this place will relax once I iron it. So that is all on that. Thank you and stay blessed. Bye.